Hello, and thank you for joining us today in our studies of 1 Samuel. Today we're in 1 Samuel chapter 31, the final chapter of the book of 1 Samuel. And here we are going to see the instance of the recording of Saul's death. Saul is going to have been on Mount Gilboa with his army. The Philistines have been across the way with their army. Saul has even snuck out, as we saw back in a few chapters earlier, and he's going to go back to the medium at Endor, and she is going to then pull up Samuel, though she didn't know that that's what she was going to actually do. And Samuel is going to prophesy that Saul is going to be dead on the next day. And so then we have this interlude that takes place, where we look at where David is during all of this. And then it comes back in chapter 31 to Saul. And I want to pull a couple of different things from this particular chapter that I think help us both in our understanding of it, but also in seeing the lessons from it. The first is the battle itself on Mount Gilboa. Now, there's very little information that is given to us in the text of chapter 31 as to what takes place here. As a matter of fact, verse 1 says, "The Philistines fought against Israel. The men of Israel fled from before the Philistines and fell slain on Mount Gilboa." And verse 3 says, "The battle became fierce against Saul. The archers hit him, and he was severely wounded by the archers." That's it. History and outside archaeological sources and various things of that nature give us a little bit more of the picture based upon some of the things that we've learned. And that is the fact that while the Philistines and the Israelites are encamped, and while they are ones that are across from each other, the Philistines are also going to send a group of men behind the Israelites, and they are going to, in many ways, encircle or surround the Israelites on Mount Gilboa. What winds up happening is very much a Custer's last stand type of situation, in that the Israelites, without it being known, in thinking they are facing the Philistines on the front, are actually encircled in this particular battle. And it's often been believed that the archers that are going to hit Saul are not ones who shot from the front, but rather they are archers that came up and attacked them from behind. Regardless of the situation in that regard, the battle is going to devolve into an absolute rout. The Israelites are going to flee for their lives. The Philistines are going to pounce on them from all directions, and not only is Saul going to die, but three of his sons are also going to perish in the battle, including David's close friend Jonathan. And so the battle is going to be an absolute victory for the Philistines. It is going to be an epic failure and a rout on the part of the Israelites. They are going to lose their leadership. They are going to lose their generals. They are going to lose the core of who they are at this point as a nation. And it's going to have resounding effects for the next few years when it comes to the people of Israel. But when you look at chapter 31, not only do you see this battle taking place and unfolding, but you also see God's promises being fulfilled. What God told Saul was going to take place is exactly what's going to happen. And it's going to happen at the time that God said it would happen. And it's going to happen in the place that God said it would happen. God told Saul the truth. God made sure that Saul knew what was coming. And God did exactly what he said he would do. Now, in this, we also see God taking care of David, because David is not present when these things occur. David does not participate in this battle. David is off chasing the Amalekites who have sacked the city of Ziklag. And he is off in an entirely different region of Israel from where the battle is going to take place when these things occur. And so we also see God's promise being revealed. And then in the third place, I want us to very quickly point out the fact that at the end of chapter 31, you are going to have the people of Jabesh Gilead honoring the fallen king. Now, this is not going to be done by the Philistines. The Philistines are going to dismember the bodies. They are going to take them and hang them up as prize trophies for all the world to see. They are going to put them in the temples of their gods, and so on and so forth. And the men of Jabesh Gilead, when they hear what the Philistines have done, they will sneak in and they will travel at night and they will go in and they will take the bodies back. And they will come to Jabesh. They will burn them there. They will, as it were, cremate them. They will completely destroy the bodies as far as that goes. But then they will also bury the bones in an honorable burial for Jonathan and for Saul and for the other sons of Saul. And in doing so, they are going to show the respect that they have for the family of Saul and the fact that they are not going to allow the Philistines to treat them in this way and to bring them before the people in this way. And so here we have a sense of how at least some of the people of Israel felt concerning Saul and concerning his sons in the midst of this time. That's it. You are done with 1 Samuel. Now, that's by no means the end of the story. You could very much say that the books of Samuel and Kings are much like the Lord of the Rings stories, in that while you've come to the end of a volume of it, it is by no means the end of the story. There's still more to come. And in 2 Samuel, the whole core of 2 Samuel is the life of David, and David on the throne of Israel. And so, Lord willing, we will begin next with a continuation of our study here in going into 2 Samuel and following through with the life of David. I hope that you have enjoyed our studies through 1 Samuel. I hope that you've benefited from them, and I hope that you'll join us as we start 2 Samuel. But until then, I hope you have a great day.